Did you see that short that I posted the other day? It's this one right here. That's better. Well, I walked out to the garage, and knowing that TW Fest is coming up next month, I only had 2 running TWs. One is in the works of being rebuilt, but yet there's 5 of us that ride. So I went to the dealership, picked up another TW so that we would have one, you know, for TW Fest. But my intention was to go and get 2 TWs. That's not exactly what happened. I looked and looked, and I was able to find the newest member of the MOBStreet family that we ended up going and getting. My son wanted me to pick this one up because he wanted something a little bit different. We went with the 2025 Kawasaki KLX300. So this one came in at $54.99, so just a few $100 more, actually about $500 more than the TW200, but you've got 43 millimeter inverted forks. You've got a 21-inch front wheel. You've got an 18-inch rear wheel. So obviously you've got all the different tire options that you want. You've got disc brakes on the rear, disc brakes on the front, fuel injection. You've got liquid cooled, and you have, you know, the dash up here on the top that's electronic, which is really one of the only, I mean, there's not, when it comes to the electronics, there's not a lot on here, but this thing fires up perfect. And it runs pretty freaking smooth. So we'll turn that off here. Both the Honda and the Kawasaki have a 6-speed transmission. Both of them have the 21-inch front wheel and the 18-inch rear. Both have disc brakes. However, the one on the Kawasaki's are bigger than the ones on the Honda. Now this one, this setup is a 1440 front, a 14-tooth front sprocket, a 40-tooth rear sprocket. Honestly, I think that I would like to go something a little bit bigger on there, because I did not buy this as a highway machine where I plan on doing, you know, a ton of long distance rides, which obviously we're probably going to do some. But I do like all the adjustment that you have in the rear suspension. Obviously there's a few things that you can do to these. The KLX has been out for quite a few years now. I know that Rocky Mountain's done some videos on them. I know that there's a lot of other creators out there who have done videos on them. I know Dork in the Road has some. I mean, there's just a whole bunch of different things on here. And one thing that I did notice, I mean, you guys, you know I love my TW200s, but the clutch on this thing is dialed straight from the factory, whereas the TW obviously is lacking. I'm not the only one to say that. There's a lot of comments out there on people who buy new TWs. The clutch on this one is way much better. So this has a 2-gallon tank on it, which if you're going out riding, cruising, you know, that's just fine. I do like that you have multiple tire options that you can get for these. So if you want to go, you know, something a little bit more aggressive, You can, if you want to do something a little bit more street oriented, you can as well. You know, there's quite a few different things out there. I did have the KLX230S, which was much shorter than this. I like the fuel injection. It feels like it's much more dialed on this. The rev is not clear up there. You know, it's quiet, it's comfortable. The seat is actually pretty good. However, if you are planning on riding 2-up on it, my wife already told me that these little freaking pegs right here that come on the back of this really suck. So yeah, we'll have to see if there's something that we can change on that if we plan on doing a little bit more 2-up riding on here. The seat is way more comfortable than the seat on the KLX230, so I was pretty happy to see that. And there are bits and pieces and parts and accessories all over for these. So like I already mentioned, Rocky Mountain takes these out and does, you know, a little bit more of an extensive ride on them. I know that Pro Cycle has parts for these. So this is going to be the new bike at the MOBStreet clan, and we will see what it is that we want to do to it. So obviously I haven't had one before, one of these KLX300s. So if there are things about it that I need to know, feel free to comment those and let me know, and I'll do some research, find out what we can do to make those things better. Parts and accessories that you guys, you know, recommend, let me know. Obviously I'm going to do hand guards. I'm going to get a skid plate for it. One thing that I love about this bike over the TW200, now don't get me wrong, I really like the Bradley Performance exhaust for the TW, but I'm glad to see that Yoshimura makes a pipe for these, and just start doing a few things to it here and there. So again, let me know what you would recommend, what you like, what you dislike, what you want to see on the KLX300. And we are having more videos coming up. This one will be at TW Fest with us next month, the 19th through the 21st. So if you want to come out and ride with us, Little Moab, I will put the link in the description. This one will be out there so that we have enough bikes for all the riders out there, and it'll be a good time. So we're getting it broken in. My son loves it already. He's ridden quite a bit on it. We've got, I think, just under 50 miles on it right now. Let's see, yep, 46 miles on this one. So we have quite a bit of things, or quite a few things to come with this. I am going to get rid of the battery out of here. I will be putting the Tusk lithium-ion battery in this. So if there's other things that we need to do, let us know. And if you haven't already, subscribe and follow along, because we got a whole lot more content coming. I'm Matt, this is MOBStreet, and we will see you in the next one.